Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I am Damien Farr, and tonight we're talking about the Steam Deck. Does it go I don't know which way it goes anymore. This is the handle for the carrying, so one would think it'd go like this, but I don't know anymore, honestly. This thing is amazing, yet there's a lot of drawbacks. I'm gonna be honest with you there. So let's start talking about the Steam Deck now that I've had it a couple of weeks. I mean, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Tell me in the comments below what you think should be improved, what you want me to talk about the Steam Deck, because this is just my opinion here. This is all completely mine, and a lot of this can be fixed to an extent. So we're going to talk about it. There's pros and there's cons. We're going to start off with a little bit of what mine is personally. I got the 250 gig model right here, which I'm not going to even take out. I would like to point out, as much as I like the case, this is a little bit of a con. Why is the handle here? Normally it's the top, so you open it like this. It's a little weird to me, but that's one of the weird cons I have of the case. But other than that, the case is amazing. You even got this to hold your actual, power brick. But let's start here with the review here, which is I got the 250 the 512 model with I got a 1 terabyte one terabyte micro SD card put in. So mine, I got the best model that you can get. There's some cons, which we're gonna get to. But first, let's start talking about the specs here, which I would say it's got a Zen 2 4-core, 8 threads, which is 2.4 to 3.5 gigahertz. I compared it to the PS4 and the PS4 Pro, which has a x86 Jaguar 1.6 gigahertz, or the Pro has 2.13, so it's a bit better than a PS4, but it's throttled as well because it's a portable system. So it's throttled, but it's got 16 gigabytes of LDDR5 RAM, and it's got an AMD RDNA, which is 1 to 1.6 gigahertz. So its specs are amazing. That's obviously a pro right there. I'm gonna be honest, we're spoiling one of the pros right there. But there's a lot of downsides to this, and I'm gonna get into them here. Let's go with the biggest one here. Well, not the biggest one, but if you use it handheld, there's battery issues. The battery is terrible. I primarily play God of War on this beast, and let's just say God of War, hour and a half, boom, you're done. You gotta charge. Which is, I don't know if I'd say worse or better than what I expected. I mean, it is a problem there. I think this is the biggest problem, honestly, for people that get it. And Valve says they'd patch it, but they said it in February that they'd patch it, and this is July, so hopefully soon. This is no downloading with the screen on. You have to download everything with the screen on, which is kind of annoying, honestly. Like, it'll automatically turn off the screen once it's done downloading, but if you're downloading a big game, that's the screen on for hours. And I understand that you play video games with this thing, but come on. Why do you have to download with the screen on? That's stupid. 100%. So that's kind of a dumb one. There's no official dock yet. They do have a dock coming, but no official dock yet. So for me, that means I've been playing it handheld the whole time. And I know what you're thinking. You can just buy a third-party dock. I will not buy a third-party dock. I will get the dock for this and use that all the time. But from what I've heard, when you dock it performance does drop a little bit, and it doesn't look amazing on TVs, but hey, that happens. Maybe the official dock will have like a processor in there to upscale it, like the Switch, when it's docked, goes from 720 to 1080. Who knows? We'll see. And then I put here Steamboat to Steam Deck game setup changes. So it saves your progress on here, and then if you go onto your PC and play, it's great. So some people are doing this and going back and forth. That is myself as well. Here is one of those people that's doing it. With God of War, I've been doing it a lot, and I've been getting hyped for God of War Ragnarok, which I pre-ordered the Jotunheim edition. Jotunheim? I'm calling it the Jonathan edition because that's what Paul Rudd called Thor's Hammer Mjolnir at one point. But the switching back and forth, I do have to change the settings each time. There's probably a way to fix this. I have not found it yet. I haven't really looked though either because I've only switched God of War back and forth once or twice, so it's not really the end of the world, but something that I think they should fix. You should get a Steam Deck version and then a, PC version, for lack of a better term. So when you switch back and forth, it'll remember your Steam Deck settings and your PC settings. Because my PC, I can run it ultra, everything 4K maxed out. The Steam Deck cannot do that. So, you know, kind of a problem there. A pro, but also a con here. So this is the big pro other than the specs here, which is the library. You get your Steam library. Technically speaking, if you really want to, as long as it doesn't have an anti-cheat, you can play any game from Steam on the Steam Deck. It's just, how much do you want to screw with it? Which comes down to, you know, there's pros and cons to doing it, but personally, I've just kind of stuck with the games that they've recommended, saying, hey, these are good to go, which is pretty much just God of War. Once again, I haven't really played too much else, other than Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, which is kind of, it's good, but it's not as good as the complete saga, in my opinion. But I think overall, this thing has a lot of potential. So I kind of wanted to talk about it this here, because they're calling it a Steam Deck, but honestly, let's be honest, it's a Steam Machine Portable. So what do I think they could improve for Model 2? Obviously, the battery life is an easy one. Downloading with the screen on needs to be gone. The dock is hopefully going to be released by then. The game setup changes hopefully can be fixed by a patch. So, you know, 2 of these can be fixed by a patch, and the dock is coming, so 3 of them are out. Battery life is the only one you need a physical thing to fix. And technically, these other ones that I'm going to add here can be fixed as well with a Model 2, because, let's be honest, they're going to make a Model 2 eventually. Come on. Let's not be stupid here. So, I put things here that should be updated other than battery life, which can be done by just improving the software, but a bigger battery would be ideal. I put here, the first thing I put down is kickstand. Because I've gotten used to the the Switch OLED, which has a really nice kickstand. I watch YouTube on that thing all the time. Do I play games on it? Yes, I do play games on my Switch, but the OLED the OLED kickstand is so good that I just keep using it for YouTube at this point, instead of my actual, you know, phone, because it's got a bigger screen. Bigger screen, kickstand. So there's a positive there. Also, because we just talked about it, the OLED Switch, I kind of like an OLED screen on the next model. Obviously, they got to fix the downloading with the screen on, because eventually you'll run into an issue there. But an OLED screen would be amazing to have, because it could improve battery life, honestly. You tell me I could buy a $50 more expensive version of this to get an OLED screen? I would do it, honestly. No doubt. Kind of going with the dock here. We're skipping around, but this goes into 2 of my next things, which is Steam controllers. Are they going to re-release Steam controllers with the dock? Because I think that'd be kind of cool, actually. I personally do not think the Steam controller is the greatest controller, but to use it with this would actually be a good experience, I think. Especially when you have the dock. So, personally, I think that'd be a good way to go. Even though you only get 2 buttons on the back instead of 4, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And then a Pro dock. And the reason I say that in particular is Valve has the Index. You could make an all-in-one system right here. This could be the portable unit. You have a Pro unit that you plug it into. Sounding familiar, huh? Like my dream system that a VR headset can also plug into. So this will just be, you know, I wouldn't say the core unit, because I feel like you should get away with the core unit being a actual machine, but this can plug into it as well. I think that'd be a cool situation in the future. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Once again, this is my dream system that we're kind of building here with this. And I don't think it's going to happen, but a boy can dream, can't he? So, do you have a Steam Deck? How many people actually have a Steam Deck at this point? Not many, but do you have a Steam Deck? Are you getting one? What do you think can be improved? What do you think are some pros? Tell me in the comments below. What else do you want me to talk about this? Because I do want to talk more about it eventually. Game performance is hit or miss, depending on it. It's pretty much a PS4 Pro. A little bit better than a PS4 Pro. So, think of it like that. So, once again, tell me what you think in the comments below. What I should talk about. What else you think I missed about the Steam Deck here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.